Hey guys, is Hedera dead or is it just another way to take your coins at a low price? Today we're going to find out if HBAR has a future, what big companies are behind this project, and what chances the token has to go 800% before September 1st. Let's find out now. According to the channel's tradition, we'll start out analyzing the project with its unique history, then we'll consider the current situation, and at the end, we'll move on to the HBAR price forecast. But first, it is essential to understand one key thing. Hedera Hashgraph is a cryptocurrency network that seeks to serve as a platform on which anyone can transact and deploy applications, but where a group of businesses oversees the software. Hedera runs on Hashgraph's technology rather than blocks, so it is incorrect to refer to this network as a blockchain. Because of this technology, Hedera can process thousands of transactions faster and more efficiently than other blockchains. But it comes at the cost of pseudo-decentralization, which will be discussed in the second part of this video. The technology was invented and patented by Lehman Baird in 2016. Before Hedera, Lehman worked in many large companies, including as a professor of computer science at the U.S. Air Force Academy. He then worked for 3 years as a senior research scientist at the Academy's Center for Cyberspace Research, and in 2015 founded Swirlds, which owns all the patents for Hedera Hashgraph. The second co-founder and CEO of Hedera is Mance Harmon, who previously worked as a program manager for a large-scale software program at the Missile Defense Academy and as a course director for cybersecurity at the U.S. Air Force Academy. As you can see, the founders of the project are not the last people with good connections in the U.S., but that's not all you need to know about Hedera's background. Currently, Hedera is managed by the Global Governing Council. What is that? As of 2023, there are 39 members on the council, including Google, IBM, and Boeing. The council's role is to manage software, vote on changes, ensure that the funds are properly allocated, and protect the legal status of the network in various jurisdictions. Hedera is run by members of top technology corporations in industries ranging from IT to automotive to defense. Behind the blockchain are big players who will decide whether to develop the project or bury it. So calling Hedera a decentralized network is wrong, to say the least. It is more like a kind of centralized network managed with the help of a board of directors. In 2018, Hedera raised $18 million from Digital Currency Group, one of the largest in the crypto industry. Its subsidiary, Grayscale, has $9 billion worth of bitcoins on its balance sheet. And then later in the year, Hedera raised a $100 million round that included IBM, Block Tower, and other big funds. But the most interesting thing is how the first tokens were distributed. Hedera originally planned to sell 50 million HBAR tokens. However, due to the great excitement, it was necessary to increase the number of tokens by 1,000 times and reduce the price per one coin accordingly. In total, there were about 3 main rounds of coin sales. In the first round, 56% of HBAR was sold at a price of 1,000th of a dollar. Only employees, family members, and friends could buy. This round was exempt from registration under U.S. law because the tokens were sold to the closest people. In addition, investors bought coupons called simple agreements for future tokens that were later exchanged for HBAR. Cardano had a similar sales scheme. This was done to make it harder for the SEC to sue an asset for being a security. In the second round, coins were also sold to friends and family, but already 5 times more expensive than in the first round. 1/3 of all coins allocated for the token sale were distributed here. In the final round, tokens were sold to institutional and qualified investors for 12 cents, 1,000 times more expensive than the first token sale. The team raised the most money in this round. At the moment, the early investors are on the plus side of 12 to 60x, while the institutional investors are on the minus side. From all this, we can conclude that HBAR has been and will continue to be a very manipulative instrument, as initially a huge portion of coins fell into the same hands at a very low price. Does HBAR have growth potential again? And what is happening with it now? Let's find out right now. And in the meantime, give this video a thumbs up if you want to buy HBAR for less than a cent. So what is the advantage of Hedera? As I mentioned before, thanks to Hashgraph's technology, this network can process up to 10,000 transactions per second, with a transaction fee of less than 1/10 of a cent and a speed of 3 to 4 seconds. In fact, it is the Visa of the cryptocurrency world. In addition to speed, Hedera is one of the greenest blockchains. This could be an additional criterion for big players who care about the environment to invest in Hedera. Just a few weeks ago, Kia and Hyundai teamed up with Hedera for AI carbon emission tracking. Hyundai Motors head of materials research Seung-hyun Hong expressed his excitement about the potential of blockchain technology, saying, "Blockchain technology holds the key to a revolutionary approach to managing carbon emissions and combating climate change, ushering in a new era of sustainable supply chains within our cooperative network." In recent weeks, several important events have taken place at Hedera. Hedera launched an initiative for Web3 startups in a partnership with Google Cloud, joined the Blockchain for Europe Club, held a Hedera stablecoin event with Standard Bank, and much more. There have been no major developments, but the HBAR token has surged 50% since the beginning of the summer. So before we get to the HBAR price prediction, let's take a closer look at tokenomics. There are a total of 50 billion HBARs in existence. Token sale has been allocated 17% of the total supply. The rest is allocated to the ecosystem, network management, staking, and the remaining 38% is unallocated. Pretty strange tokenomics considering that all the coins are essentially in the same hands, namely members and friends of Govern Council and the Hedera team. On the one hand, this is a good thing, because the biggest pumps happened when the wealth was concentrated in the same hands. Remember Solana or Luna. On the other hand, the idea of decentralization is lost. Now 65% of all coins are in circulation. By the end of February next year, all coins will be unlocked, after which there will be no more pressure on the price from sellers. The next unlock will be on September 1st. 1.1 billion HBAR tokens worth $75 million will hit the market. This is small value for the market, so the price will not drop much. However, it seems to me that the current price dump is being done specifically to make the coins more expensive to sell. This is what usually happens before the crashes. What is the price forecast? Hedera has been trading in a long accumulation phase for over a year now without much of a pump. This is common behavior for altcoins during bear markets. Considering that all coins will be unlocked next year, investors will most likely want to take profits, and for that they will need to pump the HBAR rate to sell higher. The potential is there for HBAR to surge at least to its past highs, which is 800%. When is this likely to happen? HBAR, like hundreds of other altcoins, will not grow on its own. It needs momentum in the form of an altcoin season or a Bitcoin halving, and that won't happen until spring 2024 at the earliest. Could HBAR go lower? Absolutely, if the market deteriorates or Binance goes bankrupt. In that case, I would expect HBAR to drop by 60%, in the worst case, by 85%. In the short term, the price may reach the 8 to 10 cent mark, but there will be a collapse in September, which is usually followed by a decline in the exchange rate. I already made a video about this, check it out. Globally, Hedera looks like a strong project with very strong investors and technology. I think it will work out, but do keep in mind the risk management. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Your Coin Post.